Hi everybody, welcome to my channel today. So today I got a few things that I'm going to go into and have to move around a little bit to do it. So first off, I don't know if I'll be doing it in this video or another one. Well, let's do a little bit of it now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the camera around and show you. I have to do this like with my phone, I have to do it manually. This, you can tell, is my place, but you can see on the walls, I have my vision board, sketches, and ones that I kind of put together. Now, for this video, for those that are new about who I am and what I like to talk about, I'm all about the Great Awakening and knowledge about manifesting desired dreams. I'm also I also wrote a book when I was waking up to these ideas, but it all started with the idea that I just want to manifest desired outcomes. So it's the secret, the law of attraction that really woke me up before I had any strange experiences that really got me to believe that dreams are possible. It doesn't matter what type of person or what your health issues are or what your situation is. It gave me hope that I could manifest desired outcomes without having to go by the expectations of what others expect you to be able to achieve it in. And for me, I have to achieve it in whatever way is physically and emotionally and safe for me, mostly health-wise, because I tried to do all the physical stuff, which I knew that if I could do those things, I would have been really, really rich. And then there was other things that I found out that I could do now. And it's just like, well, what are you willing to go towards? You can make and be something, but sometimes it would make you choose compromises that you didn't want to within the religion beliefs or whatever. So I always found out, well, what is the way that I can do it without compromising or without changing my own individual choices or beliefs, as well as for others not to have to either. And how do we do it for free? How do we do it without requiring to pay people, because there's all these scammers and different things out there? And do you really want to be tricked into making mistakes over and over and over until you get your dream? And so for me, it's like, okay, there's a lot of things out there that actually do resonate with me. And yes, you can do it by being drawn to things that you like. And so when you buy things that promote that idea of what you're wanting, but something that you also resonate with or get drawn to and you're okay with buying. And so instead of buying things you don't want or you're not sure if it would really help you or not, you go towards things that you're not worried about where it would bring you or what it is. If you're not sure about it and you don't know what it's going to do, then buying it is a risk that you're taking. And so sometimes you just have to follow your heart and decide, okay, what will this do? Am I okay with choosing this choice? Is it okay? Well, you can do it for free. And by following all the different connections I got to, I want people to be aware of what you can do. And it does help to be aware of these movies or these shows, but you don't have to. So I'm gonna explain what I realize, that it's compartmentalized in all religions and shows and everything. They're all bringing it up in pieces. So what I do is I take those pieces and I put them all together, and then I individualize it in the way that I realized, okay, everybody can do this if we just come together in our hearts when we're ready. But we don't have to physically. We can do it over the phone, or we can just realize that this person believes in us and then they believe in us unconditional. When you both are on the same page and you're not expecting certain things, or you're not trying to worry, or you're not trying to push certain beliefs or ideas on another, or you're not putting their situation of needs over your own, and they're not bringing in toxic atmospheres into you that you don't do, or that you know that would affect you. So you go around those situations. So if you can't be near each other because one person does things in their life that would affect your breathing or your situation, then you do it over the phone, or you do it over in video, or whatever, or you just trust and talk to them on the phone, and then you tell them, okay, this is what we do, this is what I want to do, or you message them or email them or something that you feel safe. But it's good to be equals and be aware of what the other is better at doing, and then deciding from there. So for me, it is better for me if I talk to someone on the phone or do a video chat with them, would make it a lot easier for me, and then to have them have at least 2 hours at least to explain everything. That would be what I would prefer. But then it may take longer, because if they have a lot of questions, or they're speeding it along or worried about it, then we need to have enough time that they think they need, and I need equally, so that when we realize how we talk to each other, we can realize, okay, there's more that needs to be said, so we need to do it a little bit longer. And everybody has their own different lengths of busyness or life. For me, for now, I have a certain amount of time I can do, and I just want to do it when I can do it. And since I have the free time or the time to do it, I just want to do it. I just want to get it done and do it as long as it takes. But then another thing is to go get food and do things and just get it done before I have to do other things. And then come back when I've done the other stuff, but do it as fast as possible so I don't have to worry about the other stuff that may come along that would be required for me to do, that isn't the vibration I really want to be around all the time. That is only because of the way the system is trying to make things be, that to throw us off from really manifesting things. So it is about not necessarily persistence, but it is about getting it done. It is about focus and being like, okay, we can do it. Let's bless it. Let's put judgments aside, doubts aside, and just bless it into being. And I can explain the process sort of. In this video, I'm going to explain the pieces of information, and then in another video, I'll probably explain the process a little better. But for this one, it just kind of gives into the starting points. So the first thing that you want to know is do it at your own speed, but do it in a way that you know that it needs to be done, because you don't know what's going to happen. So you want to get it done as soon as possible, but you want to do it in a safe speed of what you feel is important you can do. If you need to go faster, you'll notice that it's needed. But if you are persistent or thinking that you have all the time in the world for something and someone else doesn't, then it may conflict later. And so you got to forgive your doubts and your fears and things that have happened before, and you got to rewire your way of thinking and feeling. And so it sounds hard, but it's really not that hard. And it's not that you're brainwashing yourself really, or that you're changing your value system, because you're still keeping those. So the first step is you have to realize that when you do this, you must love yourself and not do it because I or others give you the advice that this is how it works or this is the way to do it. No, do it the way that you have already felt you should, but make sure that you're okay with it. Make sure that you're not doing it for other people's requirements or pleasure. Make sure you're doing it because you're okay doing it and it's good. If there's certain things that you feel you must do, go through that, but love yourself as you do it and forgive that experience that you're going through that you may not like or have to deal with all the time. Like if you have to work or if you have to do certain things so that you can keep going, be aware that there are options you could do, but if you don't want to do those other options, because that's why you're in the situation you're in, this is how you change your options. So the way that you change it is by still doing what you feel you should do, and then when you have the time to do other things, when you're free from that job or when you have to do certain personal things, like going to the bathroom or doing other things, that's when you start doing the approaches of belief in yourself and loving you, and focusing and visualizing your desired dreams and forgiving what others do or their energies to bring you into acting or being a certain way. And so your thoughts and your feelings affect other people, but as you do that to them, you cause that same reaction to yourself. So if you think that someone's going to look a certain way or be a certain way, you're basically projecting that same energy back to you to be the same way. So forgive yourself and forgive them and realize what is it they really want, because wouldn't I want people to want me to be what I want to be and appreciate what I desire to be and see me as though I've completed it and that I will complete it rather than I'll fail at it or look horrible, or that wouldn't I want them to see me to be the best of me, recognize what I am and what I can improve, but only if I want them to recognize and tell me it. So that's the thing. You want others to only help you when you want them to help you and in the way you would want them to help you in. So that's what you focus on. You focus on that is what's happening. That is what will occur. And if they're not, and you expect and hope that they will, and you ask them to, but they're not sure if they should or not because you're not really being honest with them on whether you really want them to, or you ask them and then you get the wrong response of what you would really want, well then there's your answer. You need to find your balance and stop judging that others are going to do things a way that you wouldn't want. But if they already have, it's harder to believe they won't, which is understandable. So you have to be in your balance of what you feel is important to you. So the first thing that I would recommend is look into the books and the movies The Secret. The Secret is based off the law of attraction knowledge and gurus and information. When you watch the documentary The Secret, make sure that you watch it in a manner that is listening to the positive information they're saying. You can take in the negative for those that don't get overwhelmed by people bringing up what not to do. It's good to know that, but don't beat yourself up if you are doing those things or if you feel that they're telling you you're doing those things. Look at it in a way that helps you achieve it, not that you're not going to. Because all that they were trying to do is give people wisdom in the way that they have learned it in. And some of them learned it in ways that may not be the way that you need to learn it in or feel it in to get the right feeling and focus and motivation that you need. So that's why I'm here. I want to try to individualize it for you, but if I'm not the one that can help you in that and you need that kind of focus, there are coaches and other stuff out there that will definitely help you, but they may require you to pay for them, or they may give you some free deals or trials and to see how it feels, and then you'll get hooked on their payment plans or whatever it is they require you to do for it. So I'm here to do it as much as I can do with what I can do, and why I can do it for free or do it in this way for free. I do it because the technique says that everybody should be able to do it for each other for free, because I'm all about manifesting for free because it's from within that we can do it in. So I'm bringing the pieces together so that you know it from me researching it for you if you have no money or no way of getting it. But if you do, then I would suggest to go get these products or these connections you get drawn to. And then, and I'm not promoting these products in any way. I'm just explaining what I noticed and got drawn to. So this is just something that I think is cool, and they're good shows. And I'm just going to show you the different movies I have. No, they're not paid programming or anything like that. This is stuff that you got to look for yourself and decide for yourself. But this is stuff that I own, stuff that I bought for me that I thought, hey, I'm going to let people know about, because this is something that does say pieces of it, and it got me on my path of where I'm at right now. So I just realized